me something else.
Push back a little bit. Challenge them to be a little more creative. I mean, isn't this a creative industry? Is this even a creative industry?
That is probably
really what we need to explore. Like, is fashion creative? Y'all, I'm fixing my top. I ain't got time for her.
Oh my gosh. Hey y'all. Well, we are every week she got something going on. Okay. Absolutely not. Not this week.
Give the people what they want to see. Okay.
Listen, yes, you're looking very cute doing it, honey. So, y'all, welcome back. This is episode 21. I hope you guys enjoy.
21.
Yes. Well, I hope that y'all enjoyed Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, your family, your friends. I know I did, honey. It was.
You ain't let them people trap you into a Black Friday sale.
Okay. And if you did, I hope it was
shop black
owned. Okay. Yes. So yes, we got all the things for y'all today. Okay. We have the British Fashion Awards. We'll be talking about some nepotism in fashion, the icon himself, Denzel Washington, and family. We got a little bit of everything for y'all. And of course, we cannot forget about the girl please of the week. Okay.
We never forget about the girl please. I hope you don't ever forget about the girl please. How can you forget about the girl please?
Okay, so we're getting into all of it. So let's just get into it, friends. I'm Deja, your resident brand strategist, cultivating all things experiences and culture.
Yes, she is. And I'm Tiara, your resident personal stylist, helping you fix your top.
Let me make sure I'm fixed. I'm sitting here with our resident personal stylist.
Well, no, just fix your top.
Right, fix your top. Look, legs. Okay, love it. Well, let's get into it, friend, because the British Fashion Awards happened. We saw a lot of our folks on the carpet and beyond, and I know we really want to talk about it. So, kick us off.
Yeah, I actually, it always gets me in this weird space with these awards, okay? Because it's like, first you're excited, but then it's like, I mean, we're excited because they make us feel like we have to be excited about this. And then you watch a carpet and then you remember, actually, do I even really care? Like, it's not even, it just doesn't give how it used to give. Like, carpets just don't, like, in 2025 and beyond, people, I'm gonna need y'all to bring carpets back. Okay, please. That's the campaign. Bring carpets back. I cannot keep doing this. Like, this is just such a waste of time, honestly.
Yeah.
I gave up carpets a little while ago, but this is just sad. And I really don't be knowing the people either, to be honest. And it's not because it's the British Fashion Awards. I mean, we are a global industry and interest girls. But I just feel like there's such a disconnect these days. Like, everything just feels all over the place, all the time. And like nothing connects or makes any sense. And I've just only come away with two things in this experience. And I really want to talk to you about them, friend. My main points are, what is going on with carpets? Like, where is glamour? Like, what is glamour supposed to look like in this day and age? And two, when are Black women going to be able to be unapologetically Black in this industry?
Never.
These are the things that I walk away with. Like, these are the things I walk away with. Let's tackle the first piece, though. What do you think, friend? Like, what do carpets give you?
Nothing. It used to be exciting. And before we even got on here, friends, I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, nothing. I think the most exciting thing I saw,
On the
and
carpet?
yeah, this could be very cliche, but I just enjoy watching Rihanna in general. So, like, seeing her, but even still, it's just like, it's Rihanna. Of course, it's going to be fanfare. Of course, it's going to be a bunch of rah, whatever. But aside from that, like, I think to your point, where is the beauty? I think we talked about that before. Like, where's the beauty? Where's all the beauty things?
Give me something super fashion.
Exactly.
Like, it's not even feeling like, this is like, people, y'all hear Brooklyn We'll continue. Yes, the Met Gala and the CFDA Awards are really big fashion nights, but so is the British Fashion Awards.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the one that I've always looked to. That and the Cannes red carpets.
Yes.
Like, these are just where people are about to show up and show out,
Yeah.
right? But as we drone along, like even with Rihanna, like I really appreciate, and we'll kind of talk a little bit about this later in the show when it comes to archival rendition, like reemergences, right? But yes, I appreciate the what was that fall 2002 LaCroix, right? Like I appreciate that, and I also appreciate the color story that she's a clever girl. She loves like the minty greens and the baby blues and the turquoise. Like she's been very consistent over time incorporating those colors. And I think it kind of reminds me of when she wore that from her own collection, that sort of pale blue, I think it was turquoise as well, like Fenty moment. I think that's when they kind of like introduced officially their relationship. What carpet was that? You remember? She had on like we'll throw a picture up here. It was blue.
Yeah.
Okay, so for her to come back tonight, or that night rather, with this moment, it makes sense. But then he just fell so short. Like, were y'all going to the same thing immediately, Ricky? Like, what? Why did you look like that?
Well, you heard
Why
me
did
say.
you have on that Bottega suit that night with her, and you're the one getting awarded? I'm all for, because I feel like there's a thing in their relationship, right, where he just kind of lets her shine.
Yeah.
And I respect that. Like, listen, nobody's competing for we understand what's going on in this dynamic. Okay? Because we know where our check come from. So we're not gonna rock no boats. We just gonna do what needs to be done in this arrangement. And I respect that, right? But it's either he shows up like he's going to a completely different event, or he's convinced her to show up like two goofballs, or he
Yeah.
looks like some 70s porn director. Like what is his story? What's going on with immediately Ricky? Like I just don't know. He
I
bothers
don't
me.
know. It's very, I don't know. It wasn't cohesive, obviously. Like it
He
didn't
really
tell the
just
story together. I do feel like it told her individual style story and then it told his individual style story, but it didn't
what
necessarily
is his
marry
style story?
them
What is
together.
it?
I mean, I feel like it's all the things that you said, but that's intentional. Like I think they want
Okay,
him
well, I
to
don't
look
like that.
that way. Like I don't necessarily, I
It's
don't
immediately
know.
no
I'm
for
not
me.
opposed to ASAP Rocky though. Like I think he's, he's interesting to me. But
I
I
mean,
yeah.
I couldn't care less about him. My main thing is, if you gonna show up, look like something. Okay,
but
because he was
but
looking like Nathaniel that night. Okay.
I was expecting more, especially since he was getting awarded. But then I was just like,
Being awarded for, like, why are you, because they just couldn't find something else to get. Talk about perks of relationships, baby. Okay. What did you innovate culturally?
to
Cause
me,
ain't nobody drinking that. What is that with that liquor? He had a square bottle liquor that came with a cup.
I
No,
know
I
exactly
don't
what
see it. What was
okay.
it? Puma, that he's the creative director, or some A6? Where are you? What is it? What?
I personally, I don't know. I do enjoy just like seeing him in these different spaces. I personally have always kind of liked him being, what's the word? Like having a different kind of style, I guess, from what I was, you know,
He used to nail it.
yes, that's what I
He
was gonna
was
say.
one of them.
So originally, yes, I always thought I was like, oh, I want a guy that dresses like Ace. Like I
Yes,
was
yes,
very much so. I think as time went on, to your point, they might not have finished developing his style story, but I do think that initially he did help to
yeah.
kind of create this new street style look, and
I think he definitely has an impactful place in the legacy of streetwear and hip hop, especially the New York
right,
mix of,
Harlem,
genre bending and
yeah,
collective building. Like, yeah, we're not gonna take that away from him. And then that's also where they met and where they come together and are able to, like, listen, he can do it
for
because
sure.
he's done it. I just feel like, and I feel like Rihanna kind of falls into this too. Listen, like I said with Sierra when we were talking about the last carpet, having two small kids is hard. Okay. And sometimes maybe, even though she looked nice, I preferred the look that I saw after this. And I can't remember where they were. We'll throw
Oh,
a
the
picture of her
other
with the
with the
white.
white. Yes.
She looked now that was fashiony. Like I wish she would have worn that here. And
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was being a porn director, but at least,
He's to the porn director.
he he was doing his thing. Like
No, I
I
did
liked that
love
better.
that.
I liked that more.
And it felt like he was getting awarded then too. But it felt like
Was he?
yes, he did. He got an award, and I
Was
just
that the Nordstrom thing?
not sure. I just saw it today
Yeah.
actually,
But
but
yeah, like they looked better there, and
and it just to me married better, and it felt like she was coming, in support of. I'm not sure if she won an award as well, but coming in support
yeah.
of him, and
But basically, what I wanted to say though was
to shine.
I do think that sometimes they don't care enough to put that much into the
Yeah,
look. And in certain ways, I really respect that because it's really nothing left for y'all to do. Like
yeah.
you done gave
You
everything
gave
you
us
had.
all the books, honey.
All
If you don't give us another, it would be too soon.
yeah,
Like, honey, you
yeah,
have given it to us, and yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
like I
just
said, I
sometimes for
enjoyed.
me, like if you just don't care that much, maybe just don't go. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes I feel this way. Sometimes. I don't know. I just so that was going on, and then we saw Jody in the Burberry, and she's usually so stunning and just up for the fashion moment and just really the one that nails the brief, and I just didn't. Burberry is no, ma'am. That
no,
hair was, while great, not for that gown with
not
that bag, with it, just any of that. Like it drove me crazy,
yeah.
right? And then to the point where I don't even really remember the rest of the carpet. I think you were talking about Issa and Yvonne Orgy, and that was crazy. And then we saw Rita, or like Rita, like, are you like trying to become Doja and do the David Bowie? Like
Things
what?
happening. Like I can't even imagine being there because my neck would have been like, "What's
It's
happening?"
so crazy because it's people who actually used to really,
Yeah, kill carpets. Yeah,
yeah. Like I just don't get it. So it really had me thinking like, okay, so basically what happens on carpets is people either really just don't give an F, or these brand partnerships just really have contractually sucked the living creativity and life out of these people,
yeah,
or we're just doing too much to try to recreate glamour
right.
consistently from these different eras, to the point where everything has been so done and done and done and overdone that it doesn't even look real anymore.
Yes.
Nothing even looks real.
Yeah.
I
It's a
hate
shame.
it. I hate it here. Like it's really just driving me crazy. It
Yeah.
just is because it just makes it. Would you say sorry?
I said nothing is good. Like nothing.
Nothing is
I don't know.
good.
It's nothing is good. It's I don't know. Like sometimes you just desire to see good fashion
Yes.
on the runway, and it doesn't have to have all the fanfare and the hoopla. Like if it's just good, if it just looks good and it makes sense. I don't know.
This is the night to go and do
And this
all the
is the
fashion
night,
hoopla,
right? Yeah. Well, yes, but also make it look good though, because
but
to
make
your
it look good. Yeah. Yeah.
Jody and Yvonne and these folks, it's like y'all are quote unquote trying to take a risk maybe in the hair area or with different pieces. It fell flat. It looks
It did.
crazy. Like I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But it's like
No.
it just did not work out well. And while I understand you might want to debut something different out of the
Mhm.
norm on these carpets where fashion, yes, you can express, but do it well. That's a slap in the face to
Yeah.
be on a fashion carpet and to not give fashion, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Absolutely.
Hey.
So that was that on that with the carpet for us.
Okay.
And then lastly, okay, so obviously it's an awards night, so people got awarded. And let's start with the positives. Congratulations to Grace Wells Bonner,
Yes,
Menswear Designer of the Year. Greatly
absolutely,
deserved. We talk about her often over here. That is a
absolutely.
thriving brand that I hope you guys are in tune to.
And she deserves all of that. So
She
shout out.
deserves all of that. Who were some of the other winners of the night positively?
Issa Rae, um,
Yes,
it won, what was it, the Pandora Change Award. Also,
yes.
I loved,
Change maker or something like
yeah,
that.
Changemaker. I love Tyler Mitchell. He also won Black
Yes,
Photographer.
yes, yes,
Gosh, I have been following him since his
yes.
infancy stages.
Really? Okay.
Yes, yes. So I love when anything happens to him. And if you haven't seen his exhibition, it was traveling. I believe New York had it,
Mhm,
Atlanta now
mhm.
has it. Beautiful, beautiful exhibition. So
Yeah.
check it out. And
And we
also,
we need to just we need to go on over to the V&A too. Like we gotta just get over and over to London.
yeah, okay, absolutely.
Let's just go ahead and make that
I think
happen.
that was all the folks that I was interested in.
Yeah. Tim's accepted the award for Grace. Okay, yes. And then we said Tyler and okay, yeah. So those were the wins of the night that we wanted to highlight. And then
Yes.
we unfortunately got to Model of the Year
Hmm.
and just
Lost the plot.
literally lost the plot. Like I'm upset.
I was
And
confused.
I just want to say it don't matter what y'all talking about. Okay, because Anok Yai is still model of the year to me, and I don't even care. See, it's just really getting to the point where, like we originally said, these awards, these systems and organizations, they don't even matter about nothing because what is it? What?
Yeah.
Honestly,
And
what
a knock has had an incredible year, but she was also
was everywhere on
was everywhere.
everything?
I do want to just mention Alva Claire was also in the category with them. Love
Okay,
her down.
yeah.
I would have preferred any of them
But
over.
we have to be real about the fact that Anok smoked
No,
modeling
this was
this
her year.
past
We
year.
talked about her
This is
literally
her year. And
every
honestly, last year, but okay, Paloma, we got you.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
But this was Anok's year. So that is how I arrived at the question, what is it going to take for Black women to be able to be unapologetically Black in this industry? The reason I'm asking is because, okay, Alex Consani, let's just go ahead and flowers to you, girl. You were everywhere as well. You did your thing. You had your push. You had your people behind you. And that's what happens, right? Okay, listen, okay, it is what it is. We understand why she got that award. Okay, and we'll just leave it at that. But it was a Knox. It was a Knox. Okay, and that speech as well. Miss Mamas, you couldn't find no more Black trans women to
Please,
say?
please, please, please. I can't.
You couldn't even find. This is what I'm saying. You can be a Black woman, but not as a Black woman. Not as one. But you could be one, just don't really be one.
Yeah, you can do blackface.
You could do Black things with your friends.
Yes.
Okay, just don't be no Black woman for real. Okay, I digress on that. But so Anak responded angrily.
As she should, because
She
she was
should.
snuffed of an award.
Snuffed of an award, expressed herself on her personal channels, and
Absolutely.
then was chastised for it.
And has been getting death threats, nasty
But
work.
that's what I'm saying. We know that she was chastised for it because she issued a response and had to let you guys know that she's in support of Alex Consani. She needed to express her rage
And she
because
can do
she
that.
knew she should have been done got this award like all of us know.
But first of all, what she can do that. She can go and
She's allowed to
say,
do that.
she can voice her grievances. How many times have the others, I'm just going to say it like that, have voiced their grievances about whatever they felt should have happened to their people or them, And it's not this, they're not receiving death threats. That's extreme, folks. And it was never
Yeah,
giving. Okay.
I
People
can
should
never
be
guess.
able to voice how they feel about whatever happened to them personally
Well,
without,
especially when they are very visibly wronged. She was
yeah,
wronged.
we know that. And that's my point is that why can't she voice that she was wronged when most people realize that she was, and why? And I hate the narrative that folks try to spin it, and then they bring in how she's trans and how it's hateful.
Oh, we
It's
don't
like,
care.
please, we're not talking about that, friends.
We don't.
Literally not talking about
That's not the
it.
part.
My watermelon juice on that.
Ooh, okay. I
Because
just really,
let me just say, I'm so over y'all and culture and people
yeah,
and things. Like, I can't.
yeah,
I really can't.
yeah.
Like, please. Like, this girl gets up there, she's doing an interview talking about some period. No one has anything to say about that.
Can't even think of all of these black trans women that worked so hard for her before her to get her to where she was. She cannot even articulate none.
Why? Because she has a script writer.
And why didn't your script writer give
Do
you
their
one more name?
research and add the names into the script.
So, Miss Alex, like we've said before, we gonna say it again. We really don't see it for you. We just don't. Anok is not model of Anok, ma'am. Anok is model of the year.
Motto of the year.
Did
And we'll
nobody model like Anok this past year?
no
And
one.
that's just on period.
No one
You didn't have more stunning imagery than her.
at all.
You didn't have more iconic runway moments than her.
Streetwear either.
No, none.
Excuse me. Yeah,
Just none.
I'm off her. Girl, please.
So
That's a girl, please, before we even get to a girl,
it's a
please.
girl please before we even get there, but just to wrap this up neatly with a bow, I
No,
just
no, friend,
these
don't wrap it
awards.
up. Don't wrap it up because it really goes into our next subject. And I just feel like
Well, I
today,
just want to finish my thought in terms of like moral of the story is, which we will continue in the next segment. Black
yes,
women ain't ever allowed to be black. These awards is tied and through, and y'all done ruined glamour. Y'all done got style up out of here. The AI done won. The AI done won. 'Cause
Mike.
what you got, friend?
Well, friend, honestly, I feel like everything you said really ties into, and we touched on this last week about how I came across this post by One Granary, which I love. They give
Yes.
me all my fashion tea and
Yeah, I
they tell
love
me
One
what it
Granary.
is, okay, because they
Been
say
reading
it
for years.
how I like it to be said. And so they
Period.
posted about how fashion has a nepotism problem, which, yes,
Yeah.
and we've talked about this too.
Yeah.
And they talked about
Yeah.
like when do we stop that? Like when is it a time where, and for folks who don't know, a lot of times when new regimes come into play, whether it's in media or at a fashion house, they'll
Yeah.
bring in their team. So the designer might bring in their folks, the new editor in chief, or whoever is because
Mm-hmm.
we have a number of chief editor executive leadership, they might bring in their own team as well. And so it really, One Granary basically was just saying, like, when do we get new juice, fresh blood? Like, if it's all the same people and all the same concepts and ideas, when do we allow for newness? And so it just really, I want to hear your thoughts, Ryan, but it just really made me think like, me personally, I have no issue with nepotism when it comes to Black people and Black things and the furthering of us.
Mm-hmm.
My issue with fashion is the gatekeeping that nepotism, this form of nepotism comes
Yeah.
from. Because to that point, when people come in, let's say to a magazine and they bring all their folks, sure, we all want to bring our people along, but then
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't open up opportunities for new folks, and new ideas and new people to get put on. It keeps that, it harnesses the same circle. in the
Yeah.
same kind of energy. So yeah, I want to hear what you have to say, friend. But
Well, you
that's
already know what I'm gonna say, friend. One monkey don't stop no show. I feel like what happens is we keep trying to compete in a space where it has been made very clear we are not wanted. We can make our own spaces. This is a creative field, right? Like, this is a community driven creative field. We can create our own publications. We can create our own boards. We can create our own organizations. We get to say who our elites are, what luxury is to us, what we deem cool. We don't have to be at Vogue. That's
they
not
don't
the end
participate in
all be all. You know what I'm
absolutely
saying? If y'all want to have all the same stick thin, light gray, blonde women doing what y'all love them to do best,
have your way
nothing to do with me.
at all.
You feel me? Like, yes, I understand the frustration because we also wear these clothes. We love these clothes. We also consume this same type of art or these different types of art in these spaces, mediums, whatever. We enjoy the spirit and the energy around this creation and the fun and buzz that goes into fashion and entertainment and culture. And yeah, like, we should not be exclusionary. But when you all continue to say that that's y'all's club and that's what y'all doing in it, okay, bet. We gonna do ours too. And when we build our stuff, you will be met with the restraints and restrictions that we said.
Exactly.
That's what we need to do. Get together and be 10 toes down in our restraints.
Absolutely. And moving slightly away from fashion, we see
Yeah.
that kind of happening with Denzel Washington and his sons. And I think so when I
But
said
didn't they just do
earlier,
like a UQ spread or something?
yeah, they did. And like I was saying earlier, I love the nepotism when it's black folks.
Necessarily feel like, see, I feel like the nepotism is a different beast. Building a
that's
generational legacy of whatever doesn't necessarily mean nepotism. You know
right.
what I mean? Like, they grew up in a household and were influenced by their father, who was a
Absolutely.
great man creatively.
Exactly.
They came away inspired by that and
Right.
should be
So what
allowed
I'm
to
saying
express
is that
themselves that way.
is I love the idea of them being to that point legacy, but sitting on his shoulders on such a great legacy
See, he's worked really
passing
hard.
down, and them now building. And when I say them, Malcolm Washington and John David Washington, which is
Yeah.
Denzel Washington's sons.
Hmm.
I just love seeing that, and they did this beautiful spread with GQ and them just continuing his legacy, and that's to
Or
me
building their own,
and
too.
building their own as well. And so I think that that's the beauty of it, right? It's like
Yeah.
they
And I
have
feel
this.
like,
Go ahead.
sorry, no, no. Well, I was just gonna say, and I feel like across the board, right? Like, when our counterparts create a legacy in their own respects and foster an environment to facilitate their children into something that they've been inspired by, I'm in support of that too. Where it becomes a hassle and a problem is you don't get to just funnel yourself into a thing and say nobody else can have access to
Do it.
what they need to do to flourish as well.
Hmm.
That's the part
That's
that I can't take. Or
right.
that
Right.
you all are the only ones that get to be deemed beauty and cool. No, you're allowed to do whatever you want, but there's other people here too. And I feel like, obviously, I understand that's what you mean.
Yeah. 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 No, that's exactly it. And I think, obviously we're on this wave of wealth building and
Hmm.
generational wealth building and legacy. And I think Issa Rae is also someone who is really building a beautiful foundation, a beautiful legacy. And she recently opened restaurant in View
Yes, she
Park,
did.
Windsor Park area, if you're
And it
familiar.
looks beautiful too.
So beautiful. I can't wait to go. It's called Summer.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just love, I mean, I feel like every time I blink, Issa's starting a new business, but I
Yeah,
absolutely love that. I love how she's
yeah,
dabbled in all of these different arenas and
yeah,
areas, and she really wants to expand her hospitality reach. And if you are in LA, you know that she has Hilltop and she has a
yep.
few.
I did brunch there when I was in LA last.
I believe she also just opened with her partners from Hilltop a rooftop
Mhm.
bar in downtown LA called Lost, I want to say. But yeah, she's expanding and she's extending beyond just TV, film, and acting and all the things. And I love that. It's
Yeah,
beautiful to watch her really
yeah.
grow and hone in on her.
And she, whether she decides to have kids or not, like whoever she decides to bring in and continue these legacies, that's her prerogative. You know what I
Exactly
mean? The only issue that I have when it comes to gatekeeping and nepotism, to your point, is when accesses are cut off unjustly. Y'all, this is not really creativity is not a competition.
at all.
Okay? Like,
We're
relax.
actually better together when you're
We're
creative.
actually better together. But if you want to be siloed off, cool. Joe, we gonna do that too.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. And View Park Windsor Hills, because I think I said Windsor.
Okay.
But either way, you guys look it up. It's called Somerville. It's in Los
Yeah.
Angeles. Very, very beautiful
Really
from the
beautiful
photo.
exterior, interior, like
But yeah,
it look looks. It looked
okay.
like a place that I need.
I absolutely loved it. It was a picture with her and her cousin. And to that
Okay.
point, I just, I just love that because everything that I
Yeah.
do, and I say this often, is for
The
the younger
culture.
generation of my family, which, I'm an
Yeah.
only child, but I
Same.
have all these little cousins that look to me as their aunt, and so
Yeah.
I'm building this for them. And so it's so
Yeah.
beautiful to just see kind of the same story unfolding for
Yeah.
her. And I'm sure she has so many folks
Yeah.
looking up to her you know, and so yeah,
You work hard in your life and you build something to leave it to who's to come behind you. So I'm not opposed to that from any
all
group.
at
You know what
all
I'm saying? I'm not opposed to that. You
at
just
all.
don't get to say that you're the only one that gets to do whatever
Right,
you want.
do it. Exactly.
And
Or
that's
you exclude,
and
certain.
everybody needs to buy from you. No,
Exactly.
they don't.
Yeah, at all. At all.
So it's a girl please on that. We're not even into girl please.
Okay,
But it's a
honey,
girl please on that.
we done had several girl pleases before we even got to the girl please.
Well, guess what? This our show and our
Okay, we just
legacy.
wanted
And we get to do what we want.
to. Okay,
Okay.
period. So, friend, I think we can go ahead and get into those side notes because side note,
Yeah.
honey,
So I know,
did
babe.
you see
I
Miley Cyrus
did.
on the
I
cover?
did. I never don't see
Well, we know.
Miley. Like she's really honestly like the
Shout out
guiltiest of
to
that
my
pleasure.
Sagittarius twin because she
Literally. Miss
lo-
Mama's is gonna get now see she always looks like glamour and star power.
yes.
On that cover of Harper's Bazaar, shout out Carlos Nazario. And
Mm-hmm.
that was what Ethan James Green that shot that?
I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, but I love
Yeah.
that. I absolutely love seeing Miley in all of her glory.
Yeah.
Beautiful
She
cover.
looked amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
she looked amazing and she doesn't I can't wait to pick that up. I
Yeah.
also saw that side note, Afro Sheen. Okay, there speaking of legacy, there's
Yes.
gonna be a
Long
book
legacy.
that we can buy next year early at the top of the year of the founder of Afro Sheen. He's wrote a tome, How I Revolutionized an Industry with the Golden Rule from Soul Train on, child. Okay, so talking about legacy, Soul Train to Wall Street.
Okay.
From Soul Train to Wall Street.
Honey, and whoa.
And
That's a book
period.
I want to read. Okay. So trying to
That's the
walk.
book I want to read. I also like I love that. And see, this is what I'm saying. Like legacy is important. Being at the top and passing down, gems is important. I read one of the founders of Essence. He wrote a book. I
Mm-hmm.
can't think of the name of it right now, but just I love being able to hear the journey and hear the struggles and what to do and not to do.
Yeah.
We're
Pass on the
aspiring
knowledge.
girlies for publication too. So, being in this space, we need to be able to hear from people that look like us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
please.
love that. And then another just side note, okay?
Okay.
London Fashion Week is banning exotic skins from the
Yes.
runway.
This
Interesting.
why we can't have no glamour. This is why we can't have glamour. Like y'all want to repurpose apples and worms instead of just materials that people really want. Okay, the thrill is gone. Okay, and I feel like they had already done something like this.
So too, I thought they already,
Yeah,
because you can't do
I
furs,
know
right?
it was fur, so maybe okay. Now they done got the skins up out
Now
of here
they
too.
extend it to the skins. Okay,
They
well,
about to start selling y'all this
maybe
cotton
trash
leather
bags. There it
if they
is.
haven't already, and still charge you 6 stacks for the bag.
Okay, well, side note, honey, Gucci, listen, because we had to move on from that.
Yes.
Gucci tapped Solange and Miss Tina Knowles for their holiday campaign.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
it. They looks cute. I think
Okay.
we mentioned Solange on a side note before about,
Yeah.
her Gucci and pulling up to the whatever event they had.
What's
So
this? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was like last episode, but
A
cute.
few a few episodes ago.
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, she okay, yeah. I mean, right on theme with Legacy Child. Yeah.
I'm thinking
Do it up.
this episode
Do it
called
up.
Legacy? Building Legacy?
Okay.
Might be.
I mean, about
Listen,
time.
okay, and I love to see it, okay?
And
Because
what I
we
mean by about time is like, this was bound to happen. Like,
absolutely,
I'm surprised that I'm sure there's been other familial campaigns that I'm just not thinking of from that group of folks. So there it
yeah.
is. And it did
We love
another one.
to see it and, continue to do the things, friends.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, honey, our girl Anok on the cover of Vogue Italia, their
Love to
no
see it.
social media cover, which
Giving
was
you model. Modeling.
and also it's in black and white. So come on. If
Ooh.
you
And it
come
looks
in the
fun
black and
too.
white, come on. Come on.
I mean, she was just really coming through. And also shout out our girl Mona Tugard, who is also one of my faves, who was also on the carpet at the BFA looking fabulous in the Schiaparelli. Okay, shout out Carlos Nazario, who
Yes.
also styled the Miley cover that we just spoke about. We talk
We
about him
love
all day.
Carlos.
We
We
live,
talk
we love
about
him
it
down.
all the time. Absolutely.
Okay, also Matty Fall was
Mhm.
also on one of those covers. We talked about her, the girl yes of the week, a couple of episodes back. The black models are doing it and they're modeling.
Things, honey, and they looking good doing it too.
And they're
Okay.
really black too. They're really black women. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And another black woman that we just wanted to highlight as our girl yes of the week,
Yeah.
honey, is Miss TK Wonder. Okay. You guys, OG influencer, OG
OG influencer.
girl. She is a twin.
Yeah.
And she recently talked about on her Instagram her health and wellness journey. And we just wanted to say kudos to you, TK girl, to finding you and getting back to you and doing the things that you love and bring you joy.
Yeah.
Just, and your sister. Let's shout out her sister as well
I just wanted to say,
for
like,
helping, push her.
yeah, like kudos to you for finding the space to really get your health on track to where you want it to be, but also having a sister in the struggle with you
Yes.
of the very treacherous, okay, influencer space and the
Yes.
fashion space, and having somebody that understands you through and through. I mean, you're twins. You know what I mean? And to really just love you back to life, if you will. You know what
Right.
I mean? And I just really wanted to shout this out because it's so important to have your people in these times just holistically. Like not even just fashion, but just like life. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's getting hard out here for people. We all are feeling the pull and the tug of just time. And so it gets hard and it gets harder. And it's important to love on your folks and love your people, okay? And don't give up on them and consistently encourage them because that is your job. When you love somebody, that is how you love them.
Exactly.
Everybody is going to fall, everybody's going to fall short. We are charged with loving them back to health and to
Mhm.
life. And that is what her sister did. And that is what a sister does. And that is definitely the girl yes of the week.
Girl, yes. Yes,
Love
we
to
love
see
it.
it.
We love it. Spirit fingers. Yes. So we love that. And honey, I mean, we already previewed a little of the girl please. So we might as well just go ahead and dive into the girl please of the week, okay?
You know what to do.
Girl, listen, and y'all know what y'all came here for, and it was indeed the girl please. So
100%.
let's get into it. So L'Oreal wants to take you on a tour of the Louvre.
Yes. And they want to collaborate on a whole beauty shebang through the history of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already gonna give y'all girl please for all your blind spots that I know you're sure to not fulfill. It's a girl please because we already know the Louvre and it's massive.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a lot of underdeveloped stories in there about people who are not white,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
stolen from their origin points and rewritten. Okay, so
Very beautiful gowns, but no.
and I love the Louvre. I go to the Louvre every time I go to Paris. I get me a croissant. Okay, I take my picture at that pyramid. Okay, listen, but we know what's going on with Ort.
Also, we just know, like, at the end of the day, L'Oreal wants to take you on a tour. It's
Yeah.
from their viewpoint, their lens. Of course, it's not going to tell the full on story of beauty throughout the years because it's not going to encompass all of the things that beauty has done in general. It's going to be from the lens of L'Oreal. So, sure,
Mhm.
interested to see it come to life and see what it does focus on and feature. But it's going to clearly be a girl, please, because it's going to miss
Yeah.
us and our
And I
stories even
challenge you all
underdeveloped. So,
to prove us wrong on that. Okay.
honey, I will take my swallow them, okay, honey. But
Next.
I can already. I
Next.
digress. So, Kate Moss Zara collaboration. How we feeling? It's a
Girl, we feel like
why?
no. Why do we want a
Why?
Kate Moss Zara collection?
I cannot
Why
understand.
can't like I understand, like I hate that we're in this time where the models can't just be the models. Like they have to constantly reinvent themselves and compete with the influencers and then become the influencers and then like what is Kate Moss's style?
Snooze fest. I don't have time. I mean, honestly, I don't care. I saw it. I scrolled by it. I was happy that you mentioned it, but I was like, child,
Mossy,
please,
love you down. You know,
over it.
historically, you're one of my girls, but like this is a girl, please.
Girl, please, because I don't need another collaboration. And I
Not
really
like
tasked
this.
the brands in 2025 to get intentional about the
Yeah,
collaborations and the partnerships that they broker
yeah.
because we're losing the plot here. We're losing
And
it.
we know that this is because this is the more lucrative way to work with
We
Zara
understand
as
that.
a model.
At the end of the day, I need everything moving forward to make sense and have the
Yeah,
connective tissue. I'm
yeah,
tired. We are tired. Collectively, we are
yeah.
tired. Okay?
Everything needs to make sense in
Really
2025 and beyond. Like this
please, like
is
we talked about this on our last episode, like where Willie and friends were talking about over
yes,
are the days to just do shit to do shit. Like
yeah,
no, like please, it has to make sense. And excuse my
yeah,
language, but I'm frustrated
yeah.
because
She's upset.
come on, I'm
Yeah.
over it. Okay,
Put your girl please on that. I don't even have nothing else to say.
nothing, honey. Someone else that's clearly fed up. Cambino, love you down.
Yeah,
She talked about, the archives are just not archiving because y'all don't go back far enough and you
yeah,
only are stuck
yeah,
in
yeah.
particular archives. There's other brands, other archives.
Exhibit Tyler again, and Exhibit said stick in whatever new girl that you can find and how she is.
Girl, please. It is
Yeah,
a girl, please on that. Do the research, do the scrolls, do the
yeah,
reads, open the
yeah.
books, and
Y'all
actually
don't have to go and recreate the
find it.
90s. There's
Or the
hundreds of years of
2000s. Like,
fashion
come
to
on.
explore. There
Like
really is.
let's
There's
be
really so many eras. There really are. Like the 90s, the 2000s, like y'all done
I did
really,
enough. It's done.
yeah.
If I
You
never
guys
see
have
it again,
ruined our childhood for
it
us.
literally will be too soon. Like
There's
I
nothing else you could do. It's just nothing else you could do. Yeah. And also the brands too, like maybe be more encouraging to not be so blah. You know what I mean?
we
Like
need
push
something else.
back. Push back a little bit. Challenge them to be a little more creative. I mean, isn't this a creative industry? Is this even a
Is
creative
it?
industry?
That is
That's
probably the
really what we
question.
need to explore.
Is
Like, is
it?
fashion creative?
Ooh.
I'm trying to look and see if I can
I'm
see
trying to
it.
find it, and it's
Yeah, no.
I'm not sure. Hmm, beautiful gowns. All right.
And not even so much anymore too, because it's like, dang, y'all keep bringing them out their case, ratting, tatting them up. They look all cheap now. I'll never forgive Tyler for that Tom Ford.
When I get silent, you all should know it is a problem. So that's a girl, please.
It's a
As
girl
y'all
please.
can
It's a girl
tell, if
please on that. It's a
y'all
girl please.
couldn't tell, it is indeed a girl, please. Something
It's
else
a
that
huge
is a
girl
girl,
please week.
please,
Okay, no, this though, first of all, not only am I tired of this,
tired, over it. It's done. It's stale now.
okay, so Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar because he just can't accept his loss. And really, he's suing the record company that also he's a part of and Spotify too.
Yeah, I
You
believe
all
it's
know what's going on. We don't got to recap that. Listen, Drake, it's a girl please on you. It's a BBL Drizzy. Listen, go take a nap.
and then folks were coming back saying like, well, Kendrick works with them and he was in I do not care. I am over it.
Okay, so if they inflated Kendrick's numbers, then Drake, be real about the numbers they inflated on you too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
And then
you've been really, and really, if we really want to get meta with it, Nicki been told y'all that. Nicki been told y'all. So
crazy though.
you said what?
But she's crazy though, they say.
Yeah, but she's crazy.
Right.
Okay,
A girl pleased on all of it. And then Future
100%.
inserted himself because he just had to. And love Future down, but baby, come
Yeah,
on.
future.
Let the
Yeah,
queens do what they're going to do,
and
honey. You
also
don't have
too, this is how you know that back to immediately Ricky. You ain't no cultural innovator because you was also in the beef and you can't even keep your spot in the beef. They mentioned you and then you responded and people still don't care. So it's just, what are you innovating?
what side are you on?
Go be
Wow.
a father to them kids and leave us alone. That's it. That's all you got to do. I'm
I
tired of
have
him too.
nothing to say, y'all. My hair done stuck up from that.
I'm tired of him too.
Listen, okay. So something that is really a girl please, because that was a girl please. But this,
Immediately.
we might as well just wrap this up real quick before I go onto a very mean
The
tangent.
rollback kings.
Okay. The Rollback King said they're rolling back on the DEI initiatives. And if you don't know who the Rollback Kings and Queens are, it is indeed Walmart.
The Waltons. It's the
Yeah,
Waltons.
it is them.
It been a girl please on Walmart for me though.
Because it was years ago where they had that whole kerfluffle around the payment of their workers and things of
Yeah.
that. They've
That
never
made my little sister quit.
always seemed performative to me, but I was going to give them their moment to actually show and prove. Now it is confirmed my beliefs.
Yeah.
You just did it to say you was doing it to be a part of the
Yeah.
shit.
To be a part
I'm
of the thing.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Listen,
Like,
Walmart, it's a girl please on you. It's been a girl please on you, just like it's a girl please on Amazon. It's just a girl please on all of y'all. Listen, Target, we watching you, girl. I know it's a girl please on you. I just can't figure out which part.
don't let us down yet, babes, please. Because I mean,
Cause y'all been treading thin
Tarjay's
ice.
all we got right now.
Okay, so it's really just, I'm not surprised that
No,
Walmart has rolled back the DEI, but it's unfortunate because y'all not only are one of the biggest employers of minority individuals,
let me
you know
breathe.
what I'm saying? Like, you can actually not insert yourselves in the politics of that.
But
It's
this,
unnecessary for you
my
to do.
thing about it is like, yes, you don't have to insert yourself, but also don't push it on us, right? Like, if
Yeah,
you know that your true intention is not that,
yeah,
or it's not your focus, why try to push so hard to prove to us that it is? I don't
yeah,
care about any of these partnerships, collaborations that you did, adding these folks to the shelves, if you're not going to stand on it and actually continue those initiatives. It does nothing for us to want to put 15% of the folks
Yep.
on the shelves in
Because
2020
everybody is
and
gonna
to not
shop there
continue it.
anyways.
Right, and to not continue it. What is the purpose and the point?
Well, half the time y'all are the only ones there. Y'all got the monopoly
Watermelon.
on that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Walmart, y'all should have just sat there and ate y'all food.
Y'all shouldn't even join the conversation.
Just come, everybody. Listen, 2025, please, please, y'all got to get it together.
Rolled my eyes like they roll back the prices. I don't have the time.
And y'all too expensive to be Walmart too these days too.
Honey, everything is expensive. Everything is inflated. Honey is
Girl, eggs
$5.
is
I'm
back
just
to
over
like
it. I'm mad.
$6.
I'm mad. Just cut,
I'm
cut the
upset.
show. Cut the show. Cut the show. Cause I'm just
Why would you bring that to somebody else's club?
right.
That's sad.
That's sad.
So on that,
Just a
friend,
girl, please.
listen.
And on all of that, girl, please. In some moments that we touched on earlier, girl, please, everybody just get it together. We're so close to 2025. Get it together. Gather
Yeah.
yourselves and gather it. Okay?
Accordingly too.
Accordingly. Like Nene said,
Yeah.
tuck it in. Like,
Where is your scooter?
literally. Like, I can't. But y'all, this was another episode of Girl Please Honey.
Yes, it was. And shout out to all of our recent subscribers.
What?
Keep watching our reels. We seeing our reels. Y'all are just spinning the views, spinning the views. Shout out to everybody that's following us on Instagram. If you're
Yes.
not doing that, what are you doing for real?
If you're
Here it
not
is
doing that,
right
that's a girl
here.
please on you. Okay.
Girl, please on you. Shout out to all of our engagement. We got some commenters, some new folks, really, loving it up.
Shout out to our OG folks. You
Oh,
know, we
Candace,
love y'all.
please. We love Candace.
Candace be in the comments, honey.
Candace be in the comments.
Yes, yes. And all of our friends that be in our DMs on
Yeah.
social, on Instagram. Stay tuned because 2025, we're taking it up, honey. We're going to be on more platforms. We're going to be doing
Yep.
some more talking. The
Yep.
programming is getting,
It's getting
extended
programmed. It's
and
getting
expanded.
stylized. It's
Okay.
getting published and function.
Okay. We love to see it. So we love y'all. This was episode 21 of Girl Please, honey. Stay tuned for more. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, tell your
Share,
friends,
click,
friends,
do all of
friends,
the ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
and do all the things. And show up and be you unapologetically. Okay. We love y'all.
Be more like a knot.
Be more like a knock. Okay. Choose violence. I'm like, what YG say? Stay dangerous. Okay. Stay dangerous. Period.
Stay dangerous.
See
But
ya.
also safe. Be safe.
Always be safe, but stay dangerous. Bye.